Simple as that. Oh, my hair. Kinda messy today. Whoa. Oh, I thought that was a peacock. Buenos dias, señores y señores. Man, it seems every time I drive, it's just rainy and foggy, and it never is any other time. Trying to make sure that camera's in focus. I just need to get a real lens, not that little kit lens. Okay, so my topic of choice for today is sailing. And there's a couple reasons why I want to bring up sailing. One, I'm almost finished making a hat. It's a special kind of hat. I'm sure you'll see it. Two, sailing is quite the activity. Have you ever asked yourself how a sailing ship works? You ever thought about that? I didn't think about it too much until maybe 5 years ago. Before that, I just figured the wind blows these pieces of tarp and that's the way it goes. But that's not actually true. It's closer to rollerblading than anything. It's rollerboating. A rollerboat. A roundabout for the rollerboat. So I'm a fan of complexity. Sometimes there are things that I like just because they're complex. When I'm playing games, reading books, watching movies, when I see those things that are complex, I'm not sure why, but it does draw me towards them. Sailing is one of those. And it seems to me like sailing is one of the cheapest ways I could see the world. I say cheap, not that boats are cheap, but your cost of living is just the cost of living. You're hardly paying any rent in insurance. It'd be fairly low for a couple of those things. But it's like a world RV. It's like an RV that's not landlocked. You get a good sized boat. You can cram a lot of stuff in there, and I don't know if this is exclusively a me thing. My news sources on my phone, which I'm sure are tailored to me, had told me about killer whales sinking sailing ships. I know they're killer whales and all. Seems kind of like a difficult thing to do. I guess that's why you have the sailing dinghies though. Little backup boat. So my plan is to, at some point in my life, either in the near future or potentially part of my retirement plan, is to buy a sailing yacht and sail the world. Because what better thing to do than see the world, right? There's always going to be a new piece of camera, new piece of technology, some new gadget, car. You're always gonna want some cool new knick-knack. But experiences in travel, that's a pretty worthwhile thing there. Can be expensive, which is why seems better to have a boat with all your food on it and the place to stay instead of just buying or renting or purchasing tickets for a plane or a train that could add up really fast. How will I buy a boat? I'm not really sure yet. I have some money, but I don't think that'll even put a dent in that little boat. In fact, it will have a dent in the boat at that rate. I don't just want any boat though. They have all kinds of boats. They've got fiberglass boats, steel boats, big boats, little boats. I want a classic boat. I want one with some nice wooden floors, maybe some wooden walls. It's got to creak a little bit whenever the waves hit it. A couple of the big masts. Maybe it could be really cool to have one of those cool little pirate ladder climbs so you can climb all the way to the top and see more ocean waves. So if I bought one of those, I would then proceed to taking it from here in the States. I'll go all the way around, circle the world at least once, make a stop at Europe, maybe like Southeast Asia, Australia. Might as well go to Iceland while I'm at it. It's on the way. Everything's on the way. And the other thing is, I'm not going to go into it today because it's quite the rabbit hole, but if there is an ice wall, I want to find it. And I want to climb it. And I would want to see what's on the other side of the ice wall. But again, I'm not going to get into that. So there's quite a lot of things to do on a boat in terms of the big goals. The little day-to-day though, that's different. What do you do day-to-day on a boat? It takes like 30-40 days to cross the ocean. It's a pretty long time. Videos would be a difficult thing to upload. I've seen sailing YouTubers with Wi-Fi hotspots and all those things, but I don't know if that's very reliable. I guess you could read books. You could bring a Kindle as well. Stack that thing full of books and bring a charger. Hope that it's waterproof. You could swim. I'm sure you would do lots of swimming. You could fish. Cook fish. Of course, I don't think I would be in the open ocean for a super long period of time. It'd be nicer to be closer to some of the ports and cities. That way I could get out, go mingle with the locals, have them show me how to cook really good food, buy more food. Sailing is just food. It's kind of ironic too, because I think the first sailboats were spice runners running spices. So they were transporting food. They were still transporting food. But yeah, I've been thinking about that for a little while. The whole living on a boat thing. It's very different than my land life here in Tulsa, smack dab in the middle of the United States, surrounded by land. Trying to figure out what it would take to do that. Feeling pretty low key today. Pretty chill. Pretty smooth. Like I'm smooth sailing today. This car that's in front of me sounds like a jet engine, and it's a truck. And this truck here looks like it's blinking at me. Huh. Interesting. And that, oh, I thought I knew that lady. Getting distracted by the road, or really drivers on the road. They're distracting me. They're making me think that I know them. So if you got just money falling out of your pockets and you maybe want to make that money fall a little bit more my way, I wouldn't be opposed to that. We can call it a boat fund. We can call it whatever we want. Boat fund, food on water fund, the great Tulsan food on water. We can go pick people up. They can ride in the boat unless they tried to go rogue and then mutiny, and then they kick me out of the boat, and then I'm swimming in the water until the killer whales come and rescue me, because Free Willy was a really good animal. Free Willy was amazing. When I saw Free Willy, I thought there is hope for these animals. They're not just vicious killers. And remember that one where the whole water caught on fire and it was like a superhero Free Willy, and he saved that kid, dove under the burning flames. Pretty eventful. If you haven't seen it, you'll never see a more heroic killer whale than Free Willy. And I want to find one in real life. Mainly because I want to ask him if he knew the real Free Willy, but also because why not? Whales are pretty cool. Okay, that's enough. I'm gonna go buy a boat. Just kidding. Unless, maybe. Permission to come aboard, Captain.